Child, y'all, come on in, come on in. I am back with a recap of Loving Hip Hop Miami. So, Princess is having a conversation with Angela, who we know is Black China, and basically saying Amara tried to smash the homie, aka Ray J, her husband. She tells her that Amara is known for sleeping with married men and is, but she didn't think she would do it to her because they're friends. So Amara is telling Angela, girl, hide your man, because when it comes to Amara, no man is ever off limits. So Angela tells her, girl, I heard you went upside Amara's head and I'm shocked. I wasn't. I was not shocked for one moment. Princess has always been about that life. Y'all remember she went upside Tia Marie's head over Ray J, the same man she took from Tia Marie in the first place. I remember.
Yeah. The person when they're down like you did.
You was talking about she a stripper. She took my man like bitch. First of all, let Ray claim you.
So all of a sudden she's a T-Rex. Those little arms is befitting because she is a big bitch.
I'm a up person.
You're a up person. You're unloyal to everybody because you everybody's.
Oh,
you
and
had
what do you
sex.
do?
Now that's the princess I know. The princess I know is very violent. Okay? The princess I know gets down like that. And some things never change. And in 15 years, nothing has. You guys saw her fussing with Tia Marie for no damn reason, though. But this time, she actually had a reason to go upside Amara's head. But the fact of the matter is, this has been a pattern with Princess for damn near 15 years. Okay, she's still stuck in the same cycle with Ray J and his many infidelities, and it looks ridiculous. And the real issue ain't Amara. It's Ray J, and I don't think Princess fully acknowledges that yet. Ray J is the problem, and she's going to keep finding herself in these same messy situations until she acknowledges Ray J is the problem. Yet, don't get me wrong, she had every right to smack the piss out of Amara. I would have stomped her. She would have been stomped to sleep. However, the real issue is Ray J, and Princess, honey, you have to acknowledge that, and you don't. But y'all, when I tell y'all Princess cleared the girls, okay, she read them for filth. She did. And honey, Amara came back with the mess, though. Amara cleared her, too. Ate her right on up. But the way she did, Brooke, honey, left her mute. So she confronts Brooke and tell her that she moving like a knot, basically. And that the friends she have in her life don't move like that. And that's because I don't think Brooke really likes Princess. Because contrary to popular belief, Princess is not a nice person, but y'all don't want to hear that. She's not a very nice person. If Brandy and her mama don't like you, you're not a nice person. But Brooke don't really fool with Princess like that because, again, she's not a nice person. She tolerates her, but she don't like her. What friend watch they friend get jumped, okay, and laugh about it? Brooke can't stand that girl. But anyway, after Princess calls her out, Brooke immediately deflects, okay? And tells Bobby that, he's the one that hyped Princess up. Because he told her that while she was getting her ass handed to her by Amara and Nestalita, Brooke was laughing, which she was. But Brooke says she's pretty sure she wasn't laughing. But even if she was, why would Bobby throw her under the bus? That's suspect. That comment right there is suspect. But Brooke said, she feels like she's always in the middle. And Princess said, because she is. And it's facts. Brooke is in the middle. Okay, she pretends to be the mediator when she clearly just likes being messy and she likes being entertained. So Princess called her out for straddling the fence, and I agree. Brooke is messy as hell, but she knows how to dress it up, okay? She knows how to make it look good. But honey, Brooke goes mute for a second after being called out by Princess. And Brooke said, and Princess asked her, girl, why you so quiet? And Brooke was like, well, I'm not Dr. Black, referring to her husband. And Princess said, a doctor with no degree? Ooh, child, not Dr. Black catching a stray. And like I always say, Dr. Black shouldn't be doctoring a damn thing. Okay, he should sit his ass down somewhere. We appreciate the gesture, but sit down. Because him trying to cancel Ray J and Princess is honestly like the blind leading the blind. because his counseling has been very questionable these days. But honey, next week, whoo, Ray J and Dr. Black get into it, and honey, it gets ugly. So Ray J finally says what we've all been thinking, that Dr. Black is the fake doctor. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't take away from his personal growth. Okay, let's be real. Dr. Black has grown a lot through the years. So then Ray J decides that he wants to take it up a notch, right? So he tells Dr. Black he doesn't have a backbone. Okay, he's a yes man to his wife, honey, and then balls up a piece of paper and throws it at him and said he's a bitch ass ninja. Now, Dr. Black is already fuming, okay, because Ray J straight up tried to talk to him like he was a little ass boy. So Dr. Black get up, honey, and he handled business. They didn't show it, but I already know he took care of business. It's Ray J we talking about. But how the hell you gonna throw things at a grown ass man and then stand up and talk over him? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I cannot wait to see how that plays out, because Marcus looked pissed. How dare you try to son a grown man? But anywho, Amara enters the room. This little exchange she had going back and forth with Princess was hilarious. They cleared each other, but Amara finished her, okay? So, like I said, Amara enters the room, and Princess asked her if she took Ray back to her place. And Amara said yes, so that we could have a conversation. I bet. And I bet them ass cheeks was doing all the talking, Amara. Girl, y'all could have went and had a conversation through Zoom, FaceTime, text message. You could have called them, because they went to her place after leaving the bar, which was probably around midnight. So, child, be serious. But out of nowhere, Princess asks Amara how much money she makes. And Amara responds, more than you. Princess fires back, well, I can see the money ain't being used for a good wig. Ooh, child. I damn near died, but she ain't finished, okay? Then she came for the diamonds. She tells Amara that her fake diamonds wasn't given either. And Amara, clearly unbothered, she said, I don't care for them to give. But Princess wasn't done. She said, you should give them to your husband. Oh, wait, you don't have a husband. Then she said, you know what? Give them to your baby daddy who was married. Oh, I forgot, he don't want you. Ooh. So Amara brushed it off, okay? She ain't bothered. And she tells Princess, I'd rather be single than have what you have. But Princess, she wasn't going to shut it. She wasn't done either. And she said, well, you are single because nobody wants you. And Amara went in for the kill, honey. She tells Princess, well, Ray wants me. And as a matter of fact, he wants everybody but you, child. Cleared her. Okay, Amara cleared her, okay? Gathered her up, chewed her up, and spit her right on out. While this is all going on, honey, Brooke is still on mute, okay? Real quiet. And Princess, after Princess shaded the hell out of her husband, okay, she had no more words after that. But Amara finally realized, you know what, it's time to go. So she's on her way out the door. Princess turns to Brooke and said, you might want to leave with her. Child, I cannot. And Brooke says, well, yeah, I'm leaving. She was pissed. Brooke was pissed. How dare you come at her husband? So, honey, Princess had enough of how Brooke straddles the fence. So she decides, since Brooke don't want to pick a side, she'll choose one for her. And she tells Brooke they ain't friends no more. Straight like that. Straight like that. Just cut them off. So later on, Bobby tells Brooke that she needs to pick a side because Brooke does straddle the fence. If she stayed her messy mediator ass out of the middle, she wouldn't have to pick a side. But when you're in the middle of two lanes, it makes people question your loyalty. So you must certainly need to pick a side. So Miami Tip tells Brooke that she needs to tell Princess she was wrong for slapping Amara. But I also think she needs to tell Amara that she was wrong for inviting her friend's husband to her home in the wee hours of the night. Now, I honestly don't think Ray clapped the cheeks, but I do believe he gave her some lip service because he did say he smelled her puss. So Bobby also tells Amara that she needs to take some accountability. And she said she has taken accountability. And she says she's not holding the cross like she frucked or killed somebody. So Amara doesn't think she did anything wrong simply because she didn't sleep with Ray J. And that's problematic because she's minimizing what happened. The issue ain't about her sleeping with Ray J or not. It's about disrespecting your friend's relationship. Regardless of what happened, okay? You crossed boundaries. You still went behind Princess back, and that's a breach of trust. And not only did she minimize what she did, but you couldn't even name what you're taking accountability for. You said you take accountability, but for what? Because accountability ain't about what you didn't do. It's what you did do. And what you did do is hurt Princess. Child, moving on to Zoey and Ching. Now, I'm sure y'all have heard Kendrick's song TV Off where he says, how a bitch gonna hate on another bitch when they both broke? Now, this line perfectly describes the situation between Zoey Brinxx and Chyng. And I say that because neither of these ladies are in any position to talk about anybody's man. Okay, they're just not. Now, Chyng admitted to Zoey that her man is in prison. He'll be home soon. He cheated on her more times than she can count. And Zoey, keeping it real, said, well, girl, I hope you don't end up taking care of this man. And she also pointed out that she shouldn't be dating a man with no job anyway. Now, that clearly hit a nerve because Chyng said, well, I'm sure you probably heard Kelvin is using you. That's Zoey's man. But Zoey was like, no, I'm not, because my man has a job. She then tells Chyng that when her man get out of jail, he's only going to disappoint her. Now, Zoey also said, you can't compare my hardworking man with your jailbird. And honey, that's when Chyng went left, honey. She said, well, your man is 4'1", and he's dating a woman that's 6'5". That's embarrassing. And I know you're embarrassed walking around with him. Ooh. So at this point, the ladies are going back and forth, comparing who has the better man, pretty much. And things took a sharp turn because Chyng got really hyped. She started criticizing Zoey's music. Like, damn, girl, this is what you felt the whole time? You sitting in her face? Now your true colors are showing because you didn't like Zoey to begin with. And I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy. She says Zoey's music was trash. They started calling each other stink. I mean, it was just like, really, ladies? Is this what we doing? Now, Zoey wasn't necessarily wrong in what she said to Chyng, but I don't really think she was in a position to say anything, really, honestly, because Chyng's man might be fresh out of jail and jobless, but that doesn't automatically mean Zoey's man is some damn prize either. Okay? Just because Calvin has a job doesn't mean he's above scrutiny, okay? And the fact that Chyng would even bring up him using Zoey, that lets me know right there that there's some chatter about him using Zoey. And Miss Chyng might know some things, okay? However, the moment Chyng started venting to Zoey, listen, honey, you've already opened the door for opinions. You can't expect Zoey to sit there and just nod her head, okay, every time you tell her something she don't agree with. If you don't want the feedback, you shouldn't be bringing it up in the first damn place. But at the same time, Zoey could have kept it real with her, but not being so harsh and judgmental.